side setting the standard and the other trying to climb the mountain. And we are on the cusp of dotting the I on a great clash in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense takes the field to start this game off. Every time these two meet, it feels huge. It was that way last year, Ohio State going into Happy Valley. But the script rarely seems to deviate. Penn State never seems to find a way to be able to beat the Buckeyes.
No, and this one went right down to the wire last year, too, David. Remember that? Penn State had the ball down on Ohio State's 1-yard line in the fourth quarter. A little bit of time left. They go incomplete. They're stopped. Then Ohio State just milked it. They kept the ball for 11 plays and walked out with the dub.
And the good thing is, by watching this game today, you're going to see some weird stuff. Last year, you remember you saw turnovers inside the 5-yard line. Something always happens in this matchup, but Penn State's got to get this monkey off their back.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Under fire. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up fourth down.
So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will go to work for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my...
Found the seam on the left! Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And that's just a timing route. But if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
With the run on 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Looking to throw on third and goal. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Give the defense a lot of credit on that one. A little bit of bend, don't break here in the opening drive of the game. They gave up some yards. They were down inside their own red zone. But on that critical third down, phenomenal effort individually to win his one-on-one, get to the quarterback and bring him down to the ground and really try to take some air out of this offense.
They'll send out the kicker here. Just drives it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. On the ground, it's Singleton. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. We really sense that Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games and how do they play against Ohio State, a big rivalry. Palmer, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Yeah, it's always so close, too. You think back to Woody Hayes and you think back to Joe Paterno. For years and years and years, when these two teams play, it is so physical. There's so much talent. It could go any way. This is one of the more fun games to watch every season.
Looking to throw, it's Allard. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Got it behind the line. It's Tate. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged in the middle, it's Peoples. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just... And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. To the air, it's Sayin. He's got the back in the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
Running to Green. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
The give to the lone running back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He wants it all. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this is how I want to operate. Nice job. He catches the football, makes a decision, gets the ball out of his hands, and let his playmaker work. Get the ball to the wide receiver out wide. He'll do the rest. He'll get the touchdown. Nice job being on the same page. Quarterback, wide receiver.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Slithers into space. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Aller. Here comes the heat. Got it in the middle, it's Reynolds. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Now, Drew Aller feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Aller still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoff.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State
breaks into the open. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Shoots it to the left. That's caught. It's Ross. And he makes a completion, and they're set up and in business at the 20.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
The give to the tailback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. This is a designed run. Makes a man miss. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. And a quick shuffle pass underneath. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Complete to the right. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you've got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Tate. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
The Buckeyes are on the move. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. That's caught. It's Peoples. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Peoples. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Right on the money. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw again. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Right on target this time. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. A run for the quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 2. It's now 2nd and goal.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to throw, it's Sayin. Trying to find the end zone, and they will score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. Off to the races. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Back to pass, it's Sayin. He uncorks one deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there. But give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. More importantly, we have an early barn burner here. Both teams firing on all cylinders, as our stats will show you. These defenses were reeling in the first quarter. See if they can get their sea legs in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. To the air on first down. Finds a spot in the middle. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's Peoples. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Off the play fake on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Peoples. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
The running back has it. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
To the air, it's Sayin. Caught in the backfield, it's Peoples. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored, turning it on. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
To the air on second down. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Ross. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it, recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a man, it's Allard. The sure hands, it's Hudson. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Hang on, Sloopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Penn State!
Penn State, number 5, hauls it in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Finds his man, it's Peoples.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space, and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down in bounds.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Got a man, it's Smith. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously You can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Ross. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hudson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here, blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
Rides to the back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra body, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
Surging forward on the sneak. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
The offense just continues to matriculate the ball downfield, and they're finding a lot of different ways to generate these first downs. They do it right there on the quarterback sneak.
And the Nittany Lions trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. It was once said that greed is good, but that quarterback got a little too greedy, and it was not good.
No, it wasn't good, but if we got rid of the football just a second earlier and not taking the sack, not gotten the negative play, I think it would have been just fine. I don't mind the aggressive play nature to try to throw it and try to take a shot because I know the defense is going to be aggressive on 3rd and short.
And the Buckeyes will punt this one away.
To kick it away.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
It moves to 2nd down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. This time it's complete. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver working the curl route. Receiver got his depth, and he fought back to the football, helping make that completion a whole lot easier.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab, it's Reynolds. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not, and if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field. It's Aller. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, when you go down, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care if they run the football. I'm getting to the quarterback. Nice job understanding that, rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And it's no good. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Blasted as he lets it go. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Penn State! So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. With the catch, it's Peoples. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
You know, momentum's a big part at the quarterback position, too. And sure, he threw a pick on the last drive. So let's come out on this one and find some easy completions from the pocket. If it's not there for me downfield right away, let me find my check down and get myself back into rhythm.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gives it on the option. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. He leaves it with his back. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Grab near the sticks. It's Hudson. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Nittany Lions really need to keep drive alive on third down. The short hands, it's Pena. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. With the catch, it's Reynolds. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
26-yard line. And a first down for the offense.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Penn State.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
And all week, the Buckeyes and Nittany Lions tried to bottle up their emotions, but things just boiled over in that first half. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. Still 2 quarters to go in this incredible regional showdown between 2 of the winningest programs in football.
The Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Caught in the backfield. It's Tate. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Leaves it with the back. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
A loss of
Well, this defense has been dominating their opponent all game long, and I think you're really seeing the fruits of their labor on the recruiting trail. They have got some dudes up front, out of high school, in the portal, and those guys are just wreaking havoc on this offensive line.
The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Looking to throw, it's Aller. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And they're not on the same page there.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Sends it back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Pena. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Grabbed behind the line, it's Singleton. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Gonna look downfield again. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
And the Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. He's got his man. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Tate. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on second down. Finds a tight end down the gut. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Tight end now in motion. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Snagged in the middle, it's Tate. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Well, that time on third and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up fourth.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
From the red zone, looking for a man. And that one's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
So now it's second and long. He'll do it himself. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Looking for room, it's Allen. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the productive first down play, it's second and 6. Handoff from the gun. There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Right back to the well. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Allard. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. For the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Handoff from the shotgun. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
On 2nd and goal, read option right. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Creates a little space. Got the first down. Looking for more. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They'll move the wide receiver. That's caught. It's Reynolds. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Ross. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The Nittany Lions had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. To the air, it's Sayin. They're working that left side. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The play action fake. finds his big tight end. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Bringing the heat. Caught in the backfield, it's Donaldson.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? On the run, it's Donaldson. Breaks into the open. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The Buckeyes are flying down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. He's got an open man. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab on the shuffle. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Now the play fake. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
That is no good. Guys, a missed field goal, and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Off play action on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Aller. Finds his tight end. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch.
And Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Pena. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Grab behind the line. It's Singleton. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll give it to him again. And the offense went right back to their man, and this time the defense was ready to stop him.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back. It's Aller. Quickly to the tight end.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll keep it himself. What a cut. Now he's loose. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
And the Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Now from inside the red zone. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Nice sack by the defense. Great job getting to him, getting him on the ground. That's the 4th sack of the day. This defense has had some bright moments, but they've also given up some big plays. Keep rushing the quarterback, but keep that coverage intact in the back end.
The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Takes the handoff. It's Singleton. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Short gain on the play before he slides. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, it's no wonder this quarterback is getting more and more confident, not necessarily throwing it, but I think running it. You saw that earlier in this drive, too. On that last play, he's thinking to himself, and it's been working for me so far. Every time I just tuck it, take off scrambling, something good seems to happen, so that's not going to stop. And I think moving forward, this defense has got to expect him to scramble more often.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that...
Turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Back to pass, it's Sayin. Looking for a huge play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Quick strike complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. So right at the midfield stripe, never really a thought about punting. Thought they might try to make them jump, but they pick up the first down.
I think a lot of it speaks to the experience they have up front and in the backfield, just knowing these guys have been in these sorts of situations before in big games, and they can go out, handle the pressure, and go execute and pick up the first.
Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. And I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Now,
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Working that left side now. He'll be knocked out of bounds a couple of yards short, and that's a stop for the defense. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Runs through the tackle. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Allard. He tries to take the top off. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. Let's see what he can do with it. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Donaldson. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. The give on the inside. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got the tight end. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Makes the grab. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Sayed. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Using his feet.
The ball carried by the quarterback. Picks up 4. Brings up second down.
Line getting set on second down. The give out of the gun. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. So Penn State takes down Ohio State, a couple of blue bloods, cornerstone programs in college football, and you know both sides can't wait until they meet again. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.